Hey guys, Ty here. This next song that I'm gonna talk about is kind of tricky, but if you can get this down, I promise you, everything else you do with power chords and all of your other songs that you learn how to play are gonna just become a lot easier. It made everything easier for me. I learned this when I was just starting out on guitar about a month or two into my playing, and it was tough, and I spent hours working on this. But if you're willing to put this time in to get this down, it's gonna make everything easier. And if you're new to guitar or you haven't been playing, it's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna hurt a little bit. If it's really painful, take a break. But this is gonna require a lot of concentration, a lot of focus, and a lot of persistence. All right, so let's get into it. All right, guys. So the song that we're gonna learn is called "Smells Like Teen Spirit." This is a Nirvana song. It's very, very, very. I'm sure you've heard it before. Most people have heard this song before. It's from the grunge era. So, it's important that you watch the power chord video we did before. If you're new to power chords, go back and learn the previous song, Hardest Button to Button, and practice that, get that down. And then the next step, this song is tough because it's fast. So, again, if you want to play something fast, first you got to play it slow. And then, if you think you're playing it slow, go slower. All right, so this one is really, really important that you play it slow at first. Don't try to go really, really fast, okay? So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna play a power chord. Now we're gonna put our first fret this time on the first fret of the E string. We're gonna stretch, remember, we keep a space between, right? And this is an F power chord. All right, that's an F. Remember, we're muting the bottom three strings, right? We're muting these. We're just playing these top three. All right, so play F. And then what we're gonna do is we can play power chords on the low E string, but I can also play a power chord on the next string down. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just take my fingers and move each one of them down one string. So I'm gonna take my first finger, I'm gonna put them on the first fret of the A string, third finger goes on the third fret of the D string, pinky goes on the third fret of the G string. And then I have another power chord. And again, I'm only gonna play the strings where my fingers are on, right? And these bottom two are muted this time. And also, if you can, this is really tough, but your first finger, you want it to gently touch that top string. So you don't, because when you play the chord, you don't want it to sound like this, right? So it's tricky. So you gotta get your first finger to just barely touching that top string. I mean, it doesn't have to be like on it, right? It just needs to touch it to mute it. Okay, so that's kind of important to remember when you're practicing this song, okay? So I got F, and then move all my fingers down. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my fingers, and I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna move it up to the fourth fret. So I'm on the low E string with my first finger. I'm gonna put my third finger on the A, and put my pinky on D. All right, so that's the next chord of the song. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is the same thing we just did before. I'm gonna take all my fingers and I'm gonna move them down one string, right? So now my first finger is on the A string, the third finger's on the D string, my pinky's on the G. My first finger's muting the top string and the bottom two, okay? So those are the four chords of the song, and those are the only basically all the chords in the song. All right, so if you get those down, once you get this down, it's easy, but it's tough to get there. All right, so got the first chord, second chord, just move it down a string, third chord for the fourth chord. All right, so the song, it's gonna sound like this. So what I'm doing is I'm going down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay? Then this is the really cool part. This is awesome. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do, I call them scratches. Okay? So you can either go like this. When you're doing scratches, you're not pushing down on the strings at all. They're just lightly touching the strings, right? Because if I have my pressure, I'm gonna get that sound. I want this sound. You guys hear that? And if you can get this down, it's gonna help you out. All right, so it's down, down, and then it's down, up, but they're just scratches, okay? Another way you can do it is you can go down, and just take the pressure off this power chord, right? So I'm still getting that scratch effect, but if you're just starting out and you can't get that, the way I learned it is I would just take my fingers and lightly press them on the strings. So you can do that too. Just take the fingers, lightly press them on the strings. All right, so I've got down, up, down, down, up for the scratches. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and I know that's fast, so you take it slow, right? So after I go down, up, down, up, I'm gonna take my fingers, get set up for that next power chord that I showed you. It's down a string, and then I'm gonna go down, up, down. Okay, so down, up, down. Down, up, down, right? Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, then I'm gonna do a scratch again. This time when I'm scratching, I gotta take my fingers and get ready to play that next chord and scratch. I'm just gonna do two this time. I'm just gonna do a down, up, right? So it's gonna sound, I'm gonna go to the next chord, okay? So it's gonna go down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I'm gonna scratch, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So there's a slight pause between that down, down, right? Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, scratch, down, up, down. And again, so if you can get that motion, that's good. And again, I'm playing up here so you guys can see. You want to play back, you don't want to play up here on the neck when you're playing this. I'm just doing that so you can see the strum pattern. All right, so down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, one and, down, up, down. Got that? So just play along, just try to play along. I'll do it slow. And by the way, I do a scratch before I go back. So I'm going down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, scratch, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, scratch, back to the beginning. And that's the whole song, but it's really fast. So you want to start out slow. I can't stress that enough. Start out slow. I played this for hours and hours and hours, and when I finally got it, it was like, yes, I got it, and it made everything else I learned on guitar whole lot easier. All right, because eventually you're going to get it really fast. It's going to sound like this. And it just makes going around the guitar and just switching your power chords that much easier. All right, so that's it for this lesson. Try it, have fun, persist. It's tough, it's going to hurt a little bit. Take a break if you need to, but really, power through.